final piece, we talked about the champion pool. This is something that's very much in meta at the moment, away from the Azir, Orianna. Shanks is going to be trying to match.
And it's really interesting. So WE's composition matchups, especially once you hit things like level 3. Oh, God.
Well, actually, they can turn this. Missing's in a lot of trouble. He has to flash away. PP God is a level 1 top catch, and they always win. First blood over to BLG. They both walked into the lane. Now Elk has to cleanse away, but he's going to get 3 struck in a second. PP God's looking pretty hungry. His aiming gets the range. The slow down. Elk's next on the menu, boys. PP God for the double kill at 2 minutes.
And Missing won't look for that 2v2. I'm going to pause, though, because BLG looked like they had a dive angle.
Weiwei's almost at 6 as well to disable the turret. They're going to get for the minion wave here, Lyric. Zika will help clear it out, but Weiwei doesn't care. He's just going to strike him down. Storm Splitter as well. And Bubu picks up the kill. He's level 6. He did his job, and BLG have made proactive moves.
Now we want to look for it.
Missing's gone in onto aiming, eaten up. Here's the flash on in. Beichung has 6. The Lunar Rush pulls them in. The Moonfall doesn't do the damage. As TP's in, BLG are in, and WE are way too deep. Bubu cleaning it up. Double kill on the Lee Sin as Elk's trying to find the final one. Shanks forces the flash, but gets the kill. Bubu's already got a triple, and another one bites the dust. That's a harsh maneuver from WE.
Everything would have the advantage to look for those. The way WE's circumventing that is by sending Breed straight down to the skirmish.
Oh, but Beichung's been caught out. They didn't group up. Shanks went back to the mid wave, and Beichung's already dead. Missing the next target. He'll be lucky to get away, but pick potential is still good for BLG. Be scared right now as BLG. They're going to push tempo mid instead, and Elk runs into a LeBlanc. They thought they were confident, but now with the Herald charging through, the Stormbringer down as well. Missing to flash away. Shanks back on in. It's a stolen Stormbringer, but Zika up and confrontational once again. Beichung rolls on in still with the Moonfall, but BLG, they knew exactly what they were doing when they take down 2 turrets and another kill.
This is going to be punished.
4, 5 members of BLG. Yeah, bring a TP. You might need to bring someone else as Breed is about to get dove. He's dead in an instant as Zika's LeBlanc now 2-0-2. Bubu looking for a further dive. But that's all BLG need. They're not slowing down, Lyric, and their decision-making is on point so far.
Would just put Bubu or Zika in one of these brushes to try to let them come in sooner and look to catch them off guard with the angle you come afterwards, but looks like Missing might finally go down.
And he's just dead in an instant. Zika already peppered him, and the salt comes from the rest of BLG. 5 members return. Aiming has the healing here, especially for himself, and it's Baron attempt number 3 or 4 at this point. They don't take too much damage from him.
No, his lyrics, you just have to keep doing this until you get more and more kills and you eventually get the Baron. You don't want to open yourself up to Beichung being able to steal, though, so you definitely expect BLG to look for a turn rather than commit to a 50-50.
Beichung with the Moonfall as well. Remember, in a tight space with Chains Corruption now used is going to be quite a lot. PP God spits him back out in the backline. Bubu destroys Elk. 1 kick to the face is all it takes as Breed has to be unstoppable to get out, but there's the flash. Tempest, cripple, Stormbringer stolen. But PP God takes hardly any damage himself. Shanks goes back in over the Grey Shield. Weiwei hasn't de-aggroed the Baron. So Zika's now going to have to help him. The Abyssal Voyage from PP God as well. Baron will eventually go down, and BLG are just toying with him at this point. The scrawny guy or the heavy guy? The big guy, right?
Of course. Am I the big Chad?
I don't know. I was gonna give you the compliment as dive time. Weiwei has taken Elk, and you know, we thought this game was over, but BLG want to put it on paper. Aiming, getting away. Good Moonfall though. WE's Wombo finally comes through. BLG in a clump, but a kick. Right again, this time feels like it was to the groin, Lyric. As Bubu's still alive, the abscond abduct to kill him is good for Shanks. PP God only left alive. Kick was good, but BLG already got womboed. So WE live to stay another day. We just need to see a couple more of those plays and the ability to stop something like the Mountain Soul. Mountain Dragon was picked up, by the way, when we were in the replay. BLG just doing this again. WE, they last legs one more time. The Moonfall in the backline already been used, but this time it's only on the PP God who goes golden. Heartbreaker from Breed is good start. As WE still have 5 now versus 4. Into the backline, Shanks trying to get in, but has to get eaten up by the fake Breed. He's stolen away PP God's luxury of being a catfish. But unfortunately, catfishes are always found out. BLG, even with 4, still know they're strong, Lyric. They're still going to try for the in here.
And let's remember that the way that BLG were winning so many fights before, right, was being able to chunk members out with Zika before skirmishes broke out. They haven't been able to do that, but TP's coming out.
All right, Zika low. Shanks not spotted out in the back line. Everfrost misses, though. It misses. The abscond duck recovers the play. Weiwei going golden with the Sonya's Hourglass while Zika clears up the rest. Weiwei a hair's breadth, but Beishang will now have resets. And BLG, Lyric, this is happening once again. The poke not good enough from Elk at this point of the game. But hey, BLG keep trying to get into the base. They got the inhib, Lyric, but WE is still holding on for now. Zika's running in once again. Distortion number 1 to bait. Will he go again? Chains of Corruption. Oh no, it misses. Oh no.
Back on the map.
Oh, it misses. The Chains of Corruption missed as well. Zika gets burnt out. Abyssal Voyage from PP God. He's just trying to get closer.
Oh!
BBU gets a kill on the back line and gets himself out. This has become an ending fiesta where 2 minutes of just blood hits on the Rift.
Watch how he plays with this champion. Baron is up though, so BLG. Oh! He just keeps doing. Beishang doesn't even get a chance. He probably didn't even know what happened. He just walked out of his base, instantly dead, instantly gray screened.
All right, well, free Baron, no jungle attention whatsoever. I love that. It's always the play. You think, okay, they've got to back away going towards the Baron now, right? Zika wouldn't have sat there for a full minute, but Zika's still there. Gets another kill, 5-0-5. Adds another couple of stacks in the Jais as well. On top of 21. And BLG with Baron number 2. You want to see them play through sides here, Lyric? Look at the crashing waves.
But this also highlights why BLG are having a harder time once they do get the waves pushed in, right? Because, they just... Okay, we just need to stop. We need to stop getting excited about this. Missing is dead.
Plan this time. Stormbringer. Zika wants max stacks. And he's looking to get it. Gets an assist? Actually, no. Where's it? Okay, we get 2 Magi stacks. Thank you very much for holding, ladies and gentlemen. Zika with the turret. Watch this LeBlanc in the back. As 5 members of BLG charge in. Baron number 2 looks to be the game ender. And Shanks, Beishang here to defend. Breathe is up as well. 2-man Moonfall. But Zika on the back line into Elk. And he has to go and return to the fountain. Shanks is doing all he can with the Stormbringer, as Weiwei will give over a reset to Breathe, but the burst still exists. Zika with max stacks, backline BBU who got a triple kill in the early game. And BLG, Lyric, this just looked easy from start to finish to all the shenanigans in between. BLG in 31 minutes open up the series and tell WE to go home.
And that was a lot more decisive than I expected. You know, not to knock on BLG. This one right now showing Silas top and Gwen mid. Not quite sure. Gonna be interesting to see where BLG decide to land at the last moment. But yeah, it seems like WE's big takeaway that game was, hey, we need way more power in the early game. They definitely drafted that. They tried to
be spotted out with that little scrying bloom while bot. Never mind, not a farm fest. PP God's dead. WE flash forward for first blood, return the favor from game number 1.
You know,
around 10, 12 as top lane, there's a gank. Beishang's going to jump on BBU right inside the Hallowing Mist. Doesn't matter. Double shot. Breathe with an order. He flashes in, and it's Beishang who picks up the kill with the red buff. Yeah, conversation for after this, because TP coming down. WE want to double down onto aiming. Beishang will force his cleanse away as Shanks looking for a further dive. PP God, meanwhile, trying to juggle around, but missing's held turret aggro. Elk gets the kill. Even on the backline, aiming dies to Shanks. Lyric, it's the reverse in game number 2 completely.
And he go for a dive on the opposite side. Zika already here around the corner. Weiwei's making his way up. Breathe is no flash. You would assume he should be done for, but
Culling clears the wave. Oh no, BBU under turret. Gets ignited down. Zika only just out. A good attempt. We put NT into the chat. And BLG will at least get a response. See if they can push the turret any further.
You know, I'm starting to feel like maybe we jinxed it coming out of game 1, right? We said, hey, we have series in 2 different stadiums today, but after BLG's decisive win, maybe we get to stay.
Tool? Do BLG want to continue to go in? Look at where Zika is and the TP in the backline, the ward that wasn't cleared. Sonic Wave from Weiwei to get in. Super Mega Death Rocket and the Sonic Wave not taken. Breathe has teleported in as a 5 versus 5, but aiming is nowhere near the river. Trying to steal it away, it's not. It's over to Beishang, but the chains of corruption are going to spread like wildfire as BBU denies the damage, but WE's engage has ended there. We only have the Stormbringer from Beishang as Zika's going to kite around. He's stolen a Stormbringer of his own. He needs to get into the back line though. BLG still 5-man strong, denying the eye, so it's only going to be the 100 gold. Zika says, haha, walks over it, and at least they can deny them that. Even more, you talked about side waves here. breaking down mid and expanding that vision line. For WE, the priority's there, and with the solar flare down, they want PP God as well. He flashes away, he's destroyed with a quick arrow, and Elk picking up another kill. Shanks, if he was here, would have made it a double as he's still towards that position, way over the wall. You know it's gonna happen. He's looking for his prey. He gets vision. He flashes a bit too deep as Weiwei now with the Sonic Wave kicks him over. Hello to Zika. Super Mega Death Rocket, BLG with a good punish for the ambitious LeBlanc. As Zika has stolen away the Chains of Corruption already used to slow them down. They need this Dragon to slow tempo, and they've got it. Over to Weiwei as he might have to sacrifice his life. He's dead in an instant, and PP God just wants to slow them down even further. Lyric, that's the cost of the Dragon, and it should just end there as Shanks is on the chase, but will not have the gap closed. Lyric, I think that's a...
Jungle putting your deep wards down as it looks like WE are about to do. And like, utilize your power spikes now. Try to find those picks. Chains of Corruption hits.
All right, that's a couple of tools down. The chains as well. Weiwei going back in. Trying to give space over to Zika. The Lee Sin dying, transferring over the blue buff and WE. Well, Lyric, I guess it's easier than saying it. They're just going to show you. Shanks over the wall looking for a flank, but BLG have pulled them off of the Baron, but that's the cost of one of their teleports of Yubu as they're going in. Weiwei, kick on the back line, but Absconded Duck doesn't land. Zeke with the stolen ulti manages to get the trade as he flashes back in. WE, though, still have quite a lot of damage as PP God won't help with the Dark Passage. Bubu now cornered away as well, but it is a Gwen. On top of missing, he flashes away. Now needs help of aiming. It's double flash in from Beichung, who's exhausted but triumphed up. AoE damage from the Jinx to the choke's fantastic, but that's not the real Shanks. And WE, even though it's a slimmer of health in the end, BLG lose so much. A lot of pings were going down. WE looking to contest.
Beichung and Shanks.
And Beichung on top, that's Weiwei. Sonic Wave at the ready, but no, look at where Zika is as well. Good kick for the disengage. Shanks jumps back in, but has to flash away. He's already killed PP God. Breather's teleported in as well, and Yubu now looking for the needlework while the rest of the fight not going too red hot. Breather's joined on in the fray. Zeke with the stolen ulti does so much damage. That Stormbringer AP scaling was nutty. Into the back, WE have actually lost half of the fight. Sonic Wave on top of Shanks. He wants it, but no Lee Syndrome in this play. Shanks as well coming back in for a bit of damage, and even though it's a 2-for-1 in favor of WE, that could have been so much worse after Zika's ulti. So maybe I'll hold my tongue for now. If this game does go a little bit longer, things do get worrisome. But BLG with the wave clear here, what's happening?
What?
What the hell? Aiming left on an island though, so they've sacrificed their AD carry who PP God can't save in the end. He'll be rooted up as Zika wants to carry the back of the fight. Bubu jumps on him, but he's in the middle of 4 members. BLG, I'm not sure if you can win this one. They need to buy time, which is what Zika's doing. Bubu survives for so damn long. He's snipping! How does Bubu live? PP God as well on a sliver of HP. Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike. Shanks goes back to the brush as PP God knows exactly where that man is. Zika over the wall. He'll abscond him. Duck Shanks playing with his chicken.
Oh, he finds it.
He gets it so close. Shanks still gets brownie points. But dude, how the hell did BLG win that fight?
Able to pick up that last kill on PP God, but...
And we're doing it again.
Ooh, more
we're
TPs.
Doing it again. Caught out his Weiwei. That's Chains of Corruption used onto the jungler. We're going to fight again. Everyone loves the LPL as Box comes on down. BLG support low, but that's everyone in the backline. Look at Zika doing it once again as he's blown up at Bubu. Still another solo lane. You have to worry about his breathe. Is caught in the middle. BLG Lyric, they got 3 for the price of 1. They won another fight.
And we need to remember that WE's comp is all burst, right?
Yep.
Varus, LeBlanc, Lucian, all about the burst. When you have members like Gwen, who have so much durability, has the W coming out, have the sustain from your passive, like, there's so many ways for you to get past that initial burst. You have more sustain, you have more DPS, and I wonder if they can actually look for an end.
15 seconds on Elk, 10 on missing. Maybe not the safest play, even with Shanks and Beichung there.
The big thing is, right, they have inhibitor down in mid, so they have those minions pushing. So if they can play this patiently, I think this could be very good for them. We do see Bubu trying to zone off. No one's still answering those minions in the
around
wave.
The wall. Chains of Corruption down. Bubu didn't have max stacks. I don't know what he's doing. PP God gonna go down next. You surely think so. A Sonic Wave that hits this time. Stormbringer over the wall, aiming, lockdown, flashes away after a cleanse into the backline. Weiwei trying to bring it back. Stormbringer stolen by Zika, but everyone's already dead. BLG, you had this in the palm of your hands, and you've just thrown everything away.
That was the most confusing play that I've seen. The key word we used right before that play, right, was like patience. Look at WE's base right now. Super minions are hitting their Nexus turrets. Like you could have played that slower. Some key cooldowns weren't up, and WE just purely benefits off BU.
Oh my god, aiming?
I don't even know.
What? Okay, wanted to slow down Baron, I guess, but you still have another 80 carry.
Maybe, you know, BU has some rivalry with Mole, where he's like, hey, if I run in right now and WE win, Mole won't become a starter.
Wait for the distortion with the Abscond Abduct. Easy to get on top of a target. As playing around with it is Shanks for now. Dragon is aggroed at 3.7k. BLG, four-man group in front of it. Shanks and Zika playing with each other on the side. Baron getting taken down. Sorry, Dragon coming through. It's secured. WE have themselves a Mountain Soul, but Beishang will sacrifice his life ball into the back line. Shanks doubles down. BLG losing members fast into GA. Away he goes. Aiming survives for now, but Bubu is stuck in the middle of three as it's Sonya's into stopwatch. Flashes away. The death sentence from PP God as well. The back line has done so well from BLG as it's 2 down and 3 to go. WE still have core damage members as PP God misses this time. Zeta's Blade as well. Way over the side. Sonic Wave needs to connect, but Shanks is back in. On top of aiming, he gets it! WE are taking a 3v5 Lyric. Way's trying to clean it up himself, but he's run into certain death. A triple kill already. No quadra for you, but WE make those 3 people look like an army.
WE now once again back to their 5k gold lead, but this feels absolutely crazy.
Kill him. Back. Zika needs to fall as well. It's an ace. WE have Baron as well still up. Lyric, they can run it through mid.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Aiming's going to be up in 20 seconds. PP got up in 10, but the other members are down too long. It feels like WE should be able to equalize the series. They don't exactly have that many minions, though. Let's
see. 10 seconds on the bottom lane. PP got up in 3, but he's not going to be enough himself. No box available to slow down the wave. Inhibitor with a minion wave following up. PP God, I'm not sure how you do it. Aiming's coming up in a moment, but Breathe is here. He's an 80 carry who can play through with a quick turret push. Aiming against the kite away. The Solar Flare misses though. BLG have them under the turret. Missing goes in deep. Box comes back up. BLG might be able to do this, Lyric. Aiming still alive. Looking for Beishang, but the Mountain Soul Shield hasn't done enough. It hasn't. Bubu into the back line. Here comes the needlework. AoE with the Super Mega Death Rocket. Breathe and Shanks now versus Aiming.
I mean, I'm surprised they're not actually just going for it. Zika is back up, though. Zika's full HP.
This is a Penta if he can get the distortion down. He's used the Sigil, I think. Zika, the level 17 Silas, along with Aiming and the rapid fire cannon, doing wonders into the backline. Shanks goes in. Breathe as well on top of Aiming. Breathe. He's got him, but now it's up to Zika. We've seen Night Silas do it, but can Breathe do it over the Nexus? He's rolling. Relentless pursuit. Double attack. No! It lives on, and BLG aced them clean.
I mean, right, that's so interesting. You knew once the base went down that way and WE's champions were so mobile that they look for this kind of play to get into the base.
Oh, Bubu.
Oh, wait,
caught out by Shanks. He's just walked in once again. Bubu, what the heck is going on? He's dead. 5 versus 4, Stormbringer in the backline. I think WE have just got it. And Bubu, I don't know what the heck he's doing this game, but I tell you what, he might be someone to blame.
Yeah, I know. WE are just going to keep pushing forward. I mean, this game is certainly over unless Zika can pull off a night right here.
Well, you need a miracle. You need to carry this through. It's up to Zika here. Abscond Abduct onto the back line. It's on to Elk here. Aiming free firing, but they're going for it. Breathe wants to finish it off. Ladies and gentlemen, he may not get the X-Pack game, but if he runs forward, he'll finish what he started to take us to a game 3.
We want to see if they can find the early lead before champions like Silas and Vigo can find their route into the game, and especially Shanks, right? You have a lot of really good ultimates on the side of BLG to take away. You have so many engaged tools and lockdowns to get
activation. You'll be able to get a bit of lifesteal back here, even with the Doran's Blades. So Breathe will catch the wave in the end as well. Beishang makes himself known. That's
they do want to go for it.
They are going to go for it. Weiwei and Bubu, Sky Splitter coming down. Breathe still under the turret. Trying to get the stun is Beishang. He's getting away from the turret, but it's double flash time. And BLG with first blood. Haymaker comes on in as Zika takes a turret shot too many. And now Shanks wants to reverse. Missing's coming up as well. And everything's starting here for WE. They're going to get the advantage as Bubu's left alone. The death sentence as well. And BLG may have the early comp, Lyric, but WE are throwing hands.
And
as his chains of corruption. Here comes the teleport in the back line and locked down by Elk's ulti. Zeke will absorb a lot of it. That's the tool down as BLG now with the Stormbringer ready to jump on in. BLG's Wombo at the ready. We talked about their ultis. How's it going to work out? 2K here for the Herald. Stolen away. That's what Beishang wants as well. Stolen Stormbringer as well. WE right in the middle of the pit. Low HP bars for BLG though. And Shank's running forward. Elk as well. This is not good for Bilibili Gaming as Heartbreaker, Heartbringer, Heart Attack for BLG. Lyric, the early game, it's all gone down the toilet.
And it was so tragic for the side of BLG.
When WE, like Shank steals away some of those ultimates, the box there as well, Chains of Corruption, the Heartbreaker too. WE have a similar effect, especially with the lead, and now they're diving with it. Burst damage, way too much to handle. PP God next, and Lyric, this is GG at 15 if I've ever seen one.
I mean, once again, we are at the 10-minute mark. With these plates going down, we are going to be at about the same 4K gold lead we've seen throughout the series so far.
But we're definitely going to be seeing more as Beishang as he sets up for a dive. Okay, here we go.
Weiwei's waiting in the wings, though.
Kick against the wall, and yep, he's just dead immediately.
Doesn't matter.
Breeze taken up, Volibear stolen away, the Heartbreaker once again. Weiwei's here, but Beishang gets another reset. You can't stop turret aggro as Zeke knows, takes him with him. Breathe as well. Zeke is just trying to win the game. His team's a bit heavy this time around. He should get this with a face breaker. Breathe, so close, but so far. 4-2-0. He has all the kills of BLG. It's a heavy shoulders game for Zika.
We should also be able to get this mid lane turret. Breathe already looking for the angle.
They've engaged onto Missing. There's the face breaker back on him with the showstopper. Missing flashes away. He gets out even with the depth charge ignite. Weiwei on the back line. Manages to snipe him down, but that's a one-man ulti onto Elk. They want to burst him, and they've done it. BLG have already taken down 3 Lyric. Shanks wasn't there. 4. Count the 5th if Shanks sticks around. Somehow, BLG managed to pick them apart.
Out of the either engage or re-engage actually comes from Shanks taking away ultimates like Bubu's.
Now we're running it through mid. 5 members of WE forget side lanes. Look at this. They're going to go for another. In a turret here with Rift Herald and Chains of Corruption land. They've got the Volibear death sentence and he's down. Forget the comeback as WE still have so much range to play with. And they're going to get Herald to get another charge through mid lane. Ooh, that's
going down right at the last second. So they would have maybe even looked for like more dives, looking to keep going, right? Because Beishang had picked up that first possession.
I'd go back in.
Okay.
Why not?
Shanks does have flash.
Yeah, ultimate used by Weiwei, and never mind, gonna go golden here. Teleport was used by Zika. Give him the kill, he definitely deserves it, but he needs to dunk him down first, and there you go. 700 gold for this huge, jacked mid laner, who's now 6-2. Sent him to BLG.
I just call that LPL syndrome of like so many supports playing Karma like Nautilus.
Nautilus
goes in.
Set up though. Shanks has bought time with Chains of Corruption in a choke. WE not in a bad position. Zeke is frontlining here and that poke damage from Elk. But into the backline. Look at Bubu and Weiwei. Together they stand as Zeke is going to try and bring it back. And bring back they shall. But in the meantime, WE have cleaned them apart. Bubu onto Missing. He's trying his hardest. Elk wants to bully off him while aiming still survives. Elk versus 2. He flashes over the wall to survive for only just a bit longer. Beishang, meanwhile, has had his resets and he's pretty angry. So it is a 3-for-3 in the end. But hey, we love our Fiestas.
All right, they saw, I think it was Weiwei who was in the jungle, and they're like, hey, let's pick this one off. But now Zika's TP is coming in.
Let's see, it's up to PP God, the depth charge there. Zika's TP, you mentioned. He's got a great flanking angle as he flashes in right to a hook. Rather not flashing, just getting the face breaker. He flashes back the haymaker. BLG have got the damage down, but now WE rely on Elk, rely on Beishang, who still live. It was a great start to the fight, but WE's leftover members are still massive. Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, and Bubu flashes the hell out of that one. Heartbreaker already used, and WE, they lose 2 members. BLG only 1. Mentioned that those ultimates, those key ultimates that bring the play into fruition, don't have too long of time as Curtain Call's going to be coming up. Zika's ulti as well. Chains of Corruption into the choke. He's in the backline again. Zika kicked back though, but the Haymaker! He's done it once again! Moonfall into the backline, aiming, getting targeted by Shanks, but look at the rest of the fight for BLG. WE getting their resets and the fight's going longer. Suddenly it turns on a dime and WE get the space they need. Elk Prowler's claws right on top of the dead Sub-Zero and WE take them all down.
And it looks like... So WE look confused, right? Because they're able to take these fights incredibly decisively for their side.
Oh, the Infernal Soul just going to make it that much harder. And Lyric, I don't know why, but Volibear's still standing up behind the Dragon Pit. I don't know if you saw that, but BBU's character model is still standing. So take that as you will as WE start the Baron. This one's gone before anyone from BLG leave their base. And WE now with a huge... And that inhibitor just going to be crushed down. Shanks takes it free of charge. BB can't stop it, and he'll just work his magic on top lane inhib now as Curtain Call. This is what BLG want to do, make their decision. They get a backline depth charge, but Breathe is still alive. He returns. He cripples them as well. Weiwei's ulti only onto one member, and look at Beishang. So healthy. He's stolen away the set. Reset after reset after reset. Viego is not a balanced champion as WE showcase it in full.
And WE finally gonna break that loss streak. Shanks coming back into the roster. They definitely look a lot more holistic, a much better looking WE.
Right onto the Nexus turrets. WE in Game 3. It may have started a little bit rocky here, Lyric, but in Game 3, they smacked down BLG and put themselves back on that train towards the top.